Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Dr. Yulee. The doctor is in. How is everyone doing tonight? It's Easter evening. Hope you guys are doing wonderfully. I know I'm doing all right. It's been a long haul this week, but here I am to celebrate with all of the rest of you that celebrate Easter. You know, the Lord has arisen. Christ is arisen. Yes, indeed. Just thought I would come and just do a little post, catch you guys up with what I've been going through. Been a busy last few weeks and got a lot more things to come. But, you know, I like to at least check in every now and then and give you a little update, just a little piece of what's going on with the doc. What's up, doc, if you will. So, like I said, Easter Sunday, this whole week, of course, was Holy Week. And, you know, being a church musician such as myself, we, meaning all of us church musicians, we have the duty of, singing all the variety of services that happen during Holy Week, from Palm Sunday on. So it's a big commitment, big season of, services, prayer, worship, fellowship, all that sort of thing. And so I've been in and out with that every night just about this last week with church, in addition to my other, activities during the day with school and rehearsing outside of that. So, been a little busy. But here I am. And I thought tonight I would talk a little bit about my journey to Easter. Of course, now, those of you that are either Catholic or Episcopalian or maybe even Eastern Orthodox religion, or any religion that sort of has church season sort of broke down in their yearly calendar, will know that the season prior to Easter is the season of Lent, which is a season that calls on us as worshipers, as followers, to be more penitent, to be more humble, to fast and relinquish our temptations, and to give up our vices. And so it is customary for one to give up a vice or set of vices in acknowledgement of Christ's own temptation in the wilderness for 40 days. And so the season of Lent lasts for 40 days, not counting the Sundays in some religions. And then when we have Easter, everything, it's the redemption of all of that. And so for me, I gave up this year. I usually give up something pretty major every year. And this year, I felt called to give up the consumption of meat products. Meat and actually fish too. And it was quite an undertaking for me. I never in all of my days thought that I would go a spell without ever eating meat. Because I am an avid, voracious, carnivore, omnivore. I love cheeseburgers. I love chicken. I love a steak. I'm a meat eater. I have no problem with it. But something called on me this year to say, let it go. Let's give things a try in the other direction. Let's just see how we feel. And so I went with it, and it actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It just felt so natural. And, my eating habits have changed in the last few years anyway since I moved to Boston. So I guess that also kind of helped. Had I still been in Atlanta, it would have probably been a downhill, from the beginning. It would have just went kaput from the beginning. But it took a lot of willpower, a lot of self, reliance on, holding to my goal. And I'm really happy to say that I stuck to it. There was only one instance during the whole season, but it was on a Sunday that doesn't count as one of the days, where I actually did have some fish, but it was in a situation that I couldn't really avoid. I was at a restaurant, and, it was a seafood restaurant, and they didn't really have, completely vegan options that I could tell on their menu. So I did have some fish, but I figured that couldn't hurt. I didn't want to go as far as getting like, beef or, something like that. But it has really been a great experience for me overall. I felt so much, more energetic in certain ways. I felt just cleansed, mentally and physically. And there's even now the question of whether or not I want to continue it. I don't think that I would go, just strictly no meat from now on out. But I'm going to be, very careful in how I phase meat back into my diet, because, I don't want to just jump completely head first into the deep end. And the other thing I realized was, for all of my vegetarian brethren and sisterin out there in the world, I realized what y'all go through when, you walk into a restaurant or you go to a grocery store and you're trying to shop, and, it seems like everything pretty much is a meat-centric kind of, food item. You want to pair it with this, or you can't really eat it unless you have a meat dish to go with it. And unless you go to a specialty store or a specialty restaurant, or at least a restaurant that is conscious of the vegetarian lifestyle, you feel excluded. And so I felt a little bit of that sometimes when I was out in the grocery store or out at a restaurant or other sort of eating establishment. And I'm just like, well, what do I eat? Because everything here is, got meat in it. I went to a deli, just for example. I went to a cafe or deli the other day, or the other week rather, and I just wanted to get a salad. I figured they had a plain garden salad or something like that. But every salad had meat or chicken already on it. They were pre-made. And I was like, dang, what am I supposed to eat? But I found a solution. But just want to say, I definitely know what y'all going through now when, you're trying to maintain your lifestyle, your dietary lifestyle, but you feel like everywhere you go is trying to hinder it. So to all of us that do eat meat, be mindful of that next time you order a steak or something like that. When you're in the store and you're going through the meat section, realize that a 100% vegan person is going to have to bypass all of that. And, they make a real sacrifice in terms of their dietary habits and their shopping habits in the grocery store. So it's been a learning experience for me in that respect. But now as I'm moving into the Easter season, it's definitely lit or rekindled, rather, my desire to be more physically fit and well. Last summer I started, really getting back into the gym and becoming a little more athletic again. And, this has just inspired me to continue with that even more. And like I said, I want to be careful about how I phase meat back into my diet. Maybe just sort of sticking with fish only for a little bit, maybe chicken, but then being very careful about what, the manner in which it is prepared, and, the frequency in which I do consume it, I think will be the changes now. Because I realized, so much of what I ate before was just meat. But it was really good to get back in touch with sort of what I guess is a more natural, holistic approach to eating. Much more fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, your soy, things like that. And it's been, like I said, very rewarding. And I highly recommend it. For those of us, that you feel like meat is, that's it, that's all you're ever going to eat, I challenge you. Lay off of it for a week, maybe even 2 if you can stand it, and just see how you feel. It's a really good feeling, and like I said, I haven't felt this good about doing something like this in a long time. So I really recommend it. And again, make sure if you do it though, it's because you really feel compelled to do so. That was why I did it. It wasn't just to say I'm not eating meat and so there. It was me really feeling something in my spirit, in my conscience, on my heart, to just say, you can overcome this, you can let this go. And like I said, I managed to do it. So I encourage all of you to try and see what it does for you. So anyway, hope you guys had a great Easter. And I don't want to take up too much more of your time. Just like I said earlier, I wanted to check in, let you know what I've been up to, and hopefully I'll get another post out to you soon. Maybe this week. It's going to be a crazy week, so I don't know, but I don't want to make any promises, but we'll see. So anyway, happy Easter once again. I love you much, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.